Well, hi there and welcome to GuitarControl.com. Thank you so much for stopping by. We have a great lesson here for you today. It's one that I think is incredibly important, and you'll be thanking yourself later after you learn this. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to learn all 5 of our Pentatonic boxes, which might not sound like the most exciting thing, but once you have them, and I have kind of a cool little way of making sure that you work through them to really embed them in our brains and make sure that we're learning them correctly, and making it so they're easily applicable to a lot of different situations while we're playing, and most importantly, creating music. So make sure you grab the tabs. They are down below in the description. That way you can have the paper in front of you, or you can have it on the computer, and you can look at these anytime you want. Okay, so let's dive on into this lesson. So we're going to be learning all 5 of our A minor pentatonic boxes. A minor is, of course, one of the ultimate rock and roll keys, and this is the ultimate rock and roll scale, so it all kind of made sense. Okay, so the first one that we're going to learn here is known as box number 1. Now, like I said, there are 5 boxes. This one actually starts on our root note. So if you don't know what a root note is, it's basically the note of the key that you're playing in. So we're doing A minor, so we're starting on an A note. So we're going to go 5-8 on the low E, 5-7 on the A, 5-7 on the D, 5-7 on the G, 5-8 on the B, and 5-8 on the high E. So that is box number 1. Now what's especially cool about this one is you can move this to any starting note. Like if you're playing out the key of B, you could start on 7th fret, which is a B note, so we're starting on our root, and do the same shape, in any key. So you can already kind of play out of the 12 main minor keys. So we have box number 1 here. Now box number 2 out of A minor, it's going to go like this. It's 8 to 10 on the low E, 7 to 10 on the A, 7 to 10 on the D, 7 to 9 on the G, 8 to 10 on the B, and 8 to 10 on the high E. Now already before we go any further than this point, is we want to be able to, practice them and get them up to speed on our own. And then go to box 2. But once you're comfortable with them, I want you to be able to ascend box 1 and descend box 2. So what I mean by that is this. Kind of gets our hands out of this rut of being stuck in one box at a time, and we're already moving around the fretboard now. So that was box number 2. Box number 3 is a great one. Lots of riffs have been written out of box number 3 of our pentatonic scale. This one goes like this. It's 10-12 on the low E, 10-12 on the A, 10-12 on the D, 9-12 on the G, 10-13 on the B, and 10-12 on the high E. So now I am alternate picking all of these, and once you can ascend it, you gotta make sure you can descend it. And finding target and root notes is something we'll talk about a little bit later, but if you can't end on a root note, like I said in this case, any A note is a root. Gives it that pro sound. We know how to end all these. Now that was box number 3. So that means we are, of course, on to box number 4, which highly resembles box number 1. But we're going to go like this. It's 12-15 on the low E, 12-15 on the A, 12-14 on the D, 12-14 on the G, 13-15 on the B, and 12-15 on the high E. And yes, I'm doing some shifting where I am using this finger, which, it's probably incorrect. But it's just what is comfortable and kind of makes sense to my hand. So you can still use your pinky if you want to. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But that's box number 4. So again, play it slow. And on a root note if you can. Okay, so we are on to box number 5, which is one of my favorite ones. So out of the key of A, it goes like this: 15 to 17 on the low E, 15 to 17 on the A, 14 to 17 on the D, 14 to 17 on the G, 15 to 17 on the B, 15 to 17 on the high E. Notice I did all of this one, all with my pointer to ring finger. Just because it makes it easier, because you're keeping the same fingers going the whole time and not the shift between your fingers and stuff like that. But that's actually our final one. Now what's cool about the pentatonic scale and just the guitar in general is after the 12th fret, everything starts over. So we already know box 1, so 17th fret up here is our A note, so that's our root, so we can already play box 1, which would be 17 to 20, 17 to 19, 17 19, 17 19, 1720 and 1720. Lots of good stuff you can do with that one, and make sure you're intertwining them like what we did a little bit earlier. So you go maybe ascend box 1, descend box 2, ascend box 3. Let's see. Okay, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Like I said, make sure you get those tabs. They are down below in the description. Other than that, I will see you all with the next lesson. Have a great day, and keep on rocking.